matchup with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Murray now on first down. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And right away he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
From the 16, Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk taking it in. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 22. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's third down.
180. 43 for Mike. Come to my work. 20. We want it. Come to me.
From the gun, here's Newton. He wants it all for the end zone. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. .42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Let him know. Mike's 50.
On second down, here's Murray. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Murray looking for his tight end Clay, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. His tight end Clay, the intended receiver. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, If they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 23 the mic.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. Being chased out left. And some room to work. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. First down, Murray. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone,
feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
48. Come on now.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. Newton now to throw. And right side caught. Hogan. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 27. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
20. 20. Check. Crunch.
Now Newton on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Touchdown, Carolina! Chris Hogan, 37 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, but it's going to be second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception. Wow.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's got room. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
A solid chunk there, 15 yards. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern...
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Gerald McCoy, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Here's Murray from midfield. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Murray fighting. Lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And they're going to come up empty empty here on 4th down.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble is kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. This is McCaffrey on the give. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Great, great. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Look at it. Here we go.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Let's go. 50 to play. Mike's 59. 61. Jack's box. Right.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 3rd and long, Murray from his end zone. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They give to White on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Dontari Poe, his 2nd sack of the night. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense...
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. Andy Isabella was the intended target. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Hey!
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Hey! You got tight right there. Set! Gun. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. All day, punt. Echo. 43's the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. I'm coming. Hey! I'm coming. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. They can't hang with them.
They snap it to Newton. Now he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
Watch the curve.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Brian Burns able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's had himself.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing here, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Check, 43. 20. 20. Check three. Alert three.
On first and 10, Newton. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Jordan Hicks. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm giving it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep where you from? Where your post, department, your projects. Ain't driven, itching, drumming. Can't look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't real for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man on me, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm giving it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm giving it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line. 57 to Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So it just brings us right back to what you said.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there. That'll bring up second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterback.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles Harris able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, alert! Alert! Hurry! Shit! Watch the shit! Hey, alert! Watch that!
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Regular. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jannard Avery coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Dancing to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable here for Callaway. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kiko Alonso. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jerome Baker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Christian Kirksey coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, it's Drake. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield down, and off his back foot, trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Just bowling over tacklers. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here.
Odell Beckham Jr. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 75 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. No problem there on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the...
And he's taken down. Back back at his own 7. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on.
And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And throw right side complete to Parker. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Drake. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Yeah. 57, Mike 57.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Flush to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, Mayfield caught left side. It's Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 79 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake with officially a 103-yard return. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 74 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eluding the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Hey, we're 33. Let's go. 43 is the mic. Bravo. You can't play. Hurry. 43 is the mic. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Christian Kirksey. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Fitzpatrick. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play,
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jannard Avery able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Fitzpatrick finding his tight end Gesicki. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Fitzpatrick forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal.
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out and feel charged up and ready to go.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Hey, box truck. Hurry.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A first down throw from Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Right back to Dre. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Back near his goal line, Fitzpatrick steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick six, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, but it'll be second down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. running from the shotgun with Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter, punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
57.80! Man, that's trash.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that after the flat. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Escapes the defender. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fitzpatrick. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
It's a loss of 2, now third down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run, Chubb. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and carry it with them.